The group of black men could hardly believe their eyes. They all shared the same skin color, yet their clothes were worn and torn, and they had to work every single day. Across the street, a man in a fine suit stood beside a car. A white driver quickly opened the door for him. He never had to do it himself. At the intersection, a white woman noticed a white man driving a black man and looked surprised. Tony, the driver, didn't mind her gaze and even responded with a casual gesture. Yet not long ago, Tony had been racist himself. Months earlier, when his wife kindly poured water for two black repairmen, Tony threw the cups straight into the trash. His wife could only sigh helplessly. Tony worked as a security guard at a nightclub. Whenever drunk guests caused trouble, Tony would show up the moment the owner called and handle things fast. He was sharp and clever. VIP guests often left their hats at the front desk, saying they were gifts from their mothers. Tony would stay nearby. After the guests left, he'd slip a small tip to the receptionist and pretend the hat had gone missing. When the guests returned, furious, Tony would find the hat and return it, earning generous cash tips in gratitude. One day, a notice appeared in the club, closed for renovations. Tony lost his main source of income. In the next 2 months, he even joined a hot dog eating contest against previous champions. He didn't have a size advantage. When his wife found out, she asked why he was doing something so strange. Tony simply handed her $50. Rent was due next week. But he couldn't rely on luck forever. He needed a steady job. Coincidentally, a nearby pianist was looking for a driver. Tony went to the interview. The room was elegant and full of luxury. A black man wearing fine jewelry stepped out. His name was Flandre, a renowned pianist from New York. He was preparing for an 8-week music tour. During the interview, Flandre asked Tony if he was willing to work for a black man. Tony said yes, though deep down, his prejudice still lingered. But survival came first. The job was far from simple. It included not just driving, but also laundry, shoe shining, and handling schedules. The pay was $100 a week, including food and lodging. Tony hesitated. Being a personal servant to a black man was hard to accept. Flandre stood up and calmly persuaded him to reconsider. The record company had spoken highly of Tony, saying he was reliable in tough situations. Tony decided to push his luck and asked for $125 a week. The next morning, a call came. Flandre agreed to his terms. Before they left, the record company reminded Tony to make sure Flandre performed on time. They also handed him a green book. At that time, racial discrimination in the southern United States was still severe. Black travelers could only stay in certain designated hotels. Before departure, Tony's wife reminded him to write letters while he was away. And so, Tony set off with Flandre, the car packed with several heavy suitcases and an uncertain journey ahead.